Greetings once again. Welcome to Markeaton, a place with a good Anglo-Saxon name, the settlement of Mallorca. And here, of course, we are not far from the Viking town of Derby. I am Tyr, the son of Thor, and welcome, of course, to you all. Now, here we are at Yuletide, and Christmas is not far away, and so I'll tell a story about Christmas in Iceland. Christmas, well, this one in particular, when the visitors came to stay. Stop staring mad, out of her wits. Well, as everyone assumed that the same thing would happen again. Then they offered her gold, great glittering chunks of it. They offered her jewellery. Now, the story begins on a farm, a large, prosperous one. Many people worked there. Among them were a number of serving girls, and one in particular had just arrived. She'd started work earlier that spring. And, well, of course, everyone was very busy preparing to go out, because after all, on Christmas Eve in Iceland, it was the custom for people to go to church all night until sunrise the next morning. Now, someone had to take care of the farm, and every year this had been one of the serving girls. However, the following morning, when the rest of the people on the farm returned home from church, they found the girl completely insane, stark, staring mad, out of her wits. Well, this year everyone assumed that the same thing would happen again. Nevertheless, the young girl, well, she knew she had no choice, so she accepted it and simply said, "Oh, all right then," watched everyone leave. Now, as the sun set, as night fell, she went about the farm and she lit lamps. And then she went back into the farmhouse, closed the door, and sat down and found a book to read. Now, in Iceland, 1,000 years ago, there were lots of books in every farmhouse. And this girl was very pious, very virtuous, and she selected a book of prayers. And no sooner had she sat down, then, well, she heard noises outside on the farm. She got up, looked through a crack in the doorway, and she saw figures dancing outside. Tall, graceful figures, sometimes dancing in a circle, sometimes in a line. Now it was graceful and sinuous. Now it was wild. They threw themselves around with such abandon, any normal person would have fallen over, broken an arm or a leg. And they made their way towards the farmhouse. The girl sat down where she was before, went back to her reading. And they came in. They danced through the porch, where the fish and the meat were stored, where wet clothes were left to dry. They danced past the weaving loom and the pantry, all around the hearth. They came up to the girl and they said, "Won't you join our dance?" And they offered her fine clothes of English linen, of silk from the Far East. And, well, she looked up at them and she was about to say, "That's very kind of you, But no, thank you, when she thought better of it, for she was a very sensible girl, she chose to remain silent. And later on, they offered her jewellery. And once again, she was going to thank them, but she kept her peace. Then they offered her gold, great glittering chunks of it. Once again, she was about to decline, but stayed silent. Finally, they offered her land, animals, great herds of cattle, goats and reindeer. They kept up at this all night long, and finally, when the sun came, they left. And the people of the farm, they came back from church, and they found that the girl was perfectly sane, much to their surprise. And so she was left to look after the farm every Christmas Eve after that. And for now, that's the end of the tale. Wassail, good Yule, good Yule. Thank you.